Hello, welcome to Navigating Your Life with Astrology and Tarot. And I'm Michelle Wright, your host. And I come to you from the Victoria Harbor. As you can see behind me is the marina. And here, after a beautiful Canadian win in hockey at the Olympics. So, yes, I am a little bit later than what I had said, and so important because I could not leave that game. It was right down to the very end, the very last moment, and it was exciting. It was exciting hockey, and we were on our seats trying to stay focused. And today we're going to just navigate through what's going on. And I've been talking about it. I've been talking about astrology. We had the eclipse this week. We have today the conjunction happening in the first of Aries between Neptune and Saturn. And what that means is the eclipse is about karmic energy. This starting. Sorry, I got my hair going crazy here. It's going crazy. We've started swimming, so my hair has pool hair, and that's the challenge I'm going with. But this is what happens. And in this energy, I don't know about you. Some people have found it absolutely invigorating and have found it just really getting in and enjoying this intense energy. This intense energy has actually just stopped me in my tracks. So I've been sleeping a lot and just disconnecting. Actually. So for me, that's what this has looked like. I don't know what it's looked like for you. I don't know how this energy is showing up in your life. There is manifestation. So what are we manifesting? And what does this look like? And for me, a big blow is I've got frozen shoulder. So, it's kind of like, oh, what are you manifesting? Oh, you're manifesting frozen shoulder. And it has been a struggle for me to really move into this is happening for me. What can I learn from this in this experience? What is there for me to move past? And not get into this is happening to me into victim mode. Oh, this is what I manifested. Therefore, what have I done? Because that's that old dualistic thinking that I've really been struggling to reframe and say, I'm not going to be a victim. This isn't just going to be, oh, this is happening to me. This is why it isn't working. Oh, I'm doing this because of all these outside things. And if you're on this journey with me, it's a hard process. It's a difficult way forward because it does feel like it's happening to me. And it feels like as I lean into the pain and I lean into the astrology of what's happening, oh, this is the beginning of what's going to be happening for you. And I'm like, okay, so it's happening pain. This is what's going to be happening for me. And then I have to shift. So I disconnect. I spend time with me. And yes, I've gained, more weight over this past 2 weeks. And part of that is because when I am pulling in and getting dense, I eat and therefore I gain weight, even though we are walking and doing all of this stuff. So maybe I'm gaining muscle too. Who knows? And it's recognizing not to fall into that too trap. It's happening to me, that victim mode. And it's just saying, no, I choose to rest. I am overwhelmed right now. My nervous system is overwhelmed. I am grouchy. I am feeling taxed. And owning that and not saying, oh, well, just, fight through. Things are going to be good, Michelle. Things are going to be good. And it's owning it and saying, nah, not right now. I gotta take care of myself. You're still walking, you're still moving. So I'm moving the energy. I've got to take care of myself. I have to look at how my heart needs support. And so when I looked into the shoulder energy, it really is a lot about my heart. And I have to just not feel that I failed. And isn't that a journey I've had? So when we look at ourselves, what are we shedding? Is that this isn't about me. This is about, this happens to 40%. They don't know why. They don't know what's going on, 40%, especially of women in menopause. And they just don't know why. It can be from repetitive action. And so not to take it personal. This isn't personal for me. And there's something in this pain that I can learn. And do you know what? Already I'm starting to learn. So what is happening for me? In the pain, I am recognizing that there's moments of no pain. And so I start to really be present in where my body is, how my shoulders are sitting. I start to be present and I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. And that's an important piece. Showing up here today is hard. It's hard because there's no one on here. That's why it's hard. There's no discourse on Instagram or YouTube. It's hard to show up. It's difficult. So in the now, I'm like, why do it? Like, why extend yourself? Why be present? Who is it really serving? And I say this with total honesty. And that's where you can get into victim consciousness and say, it's serving no one. And yet, if I shift, 180 shift, and I say, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to speak from my heart about my journey. I don't know right now, there's no one on here, but it will be on my YouTube channel. This might down the line help someone in their journey. And I can never know that. I also can't know when I speak and I show up with love for myself and compassion for myself. This is what I ripple out into the world at this time, in this moment. And that's important for me because I'm on a razor's edge of being grouchy and fanatical with politics happening in Alberta and getting angry and losing my mind to just feeling hopeless. And showing up is courage. Showing up for me, first and foremost. And showing up for whomever this message makes a difference to. So if you're on a difficult journey, I hear you, I see you. Take care of yourself. And we are now going to look at some cards that can help us. And I say us because this is you and I. And this is something that I've been doing every morning, is pulling cards to find solace, to find a way forward, to shift my thinking. And that's what cards do. Cards don't give you a magical go button and say, okay, this is the path of least resistance. Because obviously having frozen shoulder and the pain that's going on, having no one show up here is not painless. So it's, how do you deal with it? What can you learn? What is it happening? What is happening for me? And to explore that with my own heart, my own soul. So let's look together. I'm pulling some cards here. This is from the Light Seer Tarot. And we're just going to look. And our question is, what is happening for us? So I'm going to do 3 cards. And then I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards. So the first one is the moon. And I believe I've actually had this one come up. Next one, Knight of Pentacles. And the next one is Justice. Interesting, that Justice card. And I am now going to, I just love Colette Baron Reid's Animal Spirit deck, just saying, what is the energy that this is about? Learn from the past. Interesting. So first we have two major arcana. The first one is the moon. The moon speaks about disillusionment. It talks about not seeing clearly, because when the moon is even full, you can see really well, but you can't see like you can during the day. You can't see everything clearly. So it's talking about you don't yet understand everything that's going on. So hold yourself with the intentions of what you want, because it's going to become clear. And for me, then I look at the two wolves, and it's like the two dragons. Which one are you feeding? As you're holding this energy, are you feeding? I was going to put a pillow behind my back. Are you feeding the fear and anxiety and the victim consciousness? Or am I feeding the curiosity and surrender into this experience and what it can bring me? And recognizing I never know that if I show up today, if this is going to be the one that is going to help someone. I never know that. So I have to show up. I have to show up for myself. I have to explore for myself what this means. And that's what the moon is just that continuing to surrender into the experience and seeing the value of it, and not seeing it dualistically, good and bad, instead seeing it as just an experience and not to be constricted by it. So when I take a rest and I just calm my nervous system because I recognize I'm on the edge, that's not cheating. And oftentimes in the story and the narratives that we have in today's world, it's like push past, buck it up, buttercup. It's just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to take care of myself in other ways. I'm going to be very specific with what I do with my energy, because I recognize that I need to support my overtaxed nervous system. And I've been doing that and surrendering into the trust. So to me, that's not like just frantically going, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. It's like, no, I'm going to just trust this. I know this is for me. I just don't understand it yet, but I will. And the Knight of Pentacles speaks about moving forward slowly. And I always see these as seeds being planted as the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles is in your home life, in your work, everything, every aspect of your everyday life. Showing up for yourself like this, taking care of yourself, and then doing things that extend you in the right way, like I'm doing today, is helpful. It helps me. And I'm showing up and I'm planting seeds. And it speaks to what I just said before. I don't know if these words are going to be the rope for another person in the bottom of a pit where they're struggling, really feeling like this is happening to them. And my voice can reach through time and space. And I can say, you know what? This is the rope. You're not alone in the bottom of this pit. You are not alone. I'm here with you. So sometimes in the bottom of the pit, we just have to hang on to the rope. We can't yet climb. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're doing. And it's okay to just hang on to that rope. And right now, I want you to imagine my hand over top of yours. And I imagine in this, I have my ancestors' hands over top of mine, my angels, my spirit guides. I'm not alone in this journey. What I can learn from this denseness and what's happening. And I invite you to be curious. We don't know the answer. It's just going to be there. And then we have the justice. So justice is exactly about that, the scales of justice. And when you look at this card, it's also karmic. It's like, well, what have you done in the past that now come forward? And this is justice. And for me, when I'm going to bring this in, because this goes in, let go of the past. This is the past thinking that I've actually done this to myself, that I have created this pain, that I have energetically allowed myself to be ill, allowed myself to be restricted. There could be some truth in that too. Like, I think there's ownership that one has to take in recognizing what's going on in your life, because it's not just like it's not happening within a vacuum. But in this is this power of, it's not justice, it's not karmic justice. Oh, you did something in the past. Therefore, this is now God spiting you. This is now the universe zapping you with my pain, with my situation that's happening. And nor is it for you. Learning from the past is just recognizing that shitty things have happened. And as I've shifted and changed, without knowing how it's going to move forward, I had incredible things happen. Now, the distance from the crappy thing happening to the good thing happening, now this space was all about me fighting it. So I can let you know, for me, whether it's my second marriage and the divorce is happening, and I recognize I've screwed up again. I have chosen the wrong individual for me at that time. And I chose it because I was seeking love. And I was seeking love to fill me from another person. And as I sat in that turning point, the hardest decision was to recognize that I had to learn how to love myself. And it took me 10 years to learn how to love myself. 10 years. It doesn't have to take you 10 years to learn how to love yourself. It doesn't have to take me 10 years right now to move into a different version of who I am. It doesn't. I need to release. I need to relax. I need to lean into what I can learn from this. And the justice is, in learning from the past, is not that there's some cosmic chess game happening up there going, okay, Michelle, you made the wrong move. Now we're going to kill your pawn. It's not like that. What I am starting to realize from all these crappy things, so that's like first divorce, second divorce, marriage now, changing in my careers, is that the more I fight them and hold myself and say, no, you know what, Michelle, I'm just going to love you. You're not going to go into the narrative that you did something wrong, this Judeo-Christian kind of thinking of sins, and there now you're being punished. This idea of, well, you didn't work hard enough, therefore you didn't get the promotion or the grade. Now, I'm tying into a different narrative, and the narrative is, I can learn something unique and precious from this, as I did with all of those experiences. And that I've come here to choose some of these experiences. So I can tell you, one of the things that I have learned is chronic pain, what it can feel like and how debilitating that can be, which is interesting, isn't it? I have close people with me that have chronic pain, and I don't believe that I have had as deep a compassion or empathy, because I didn't understand it. I've been a very healthy individual physically. And now I recognize what this feels like. and what it means to show up in pain. So that is an interesting perspective for me to learn right now. I have giving the opportunity of loving myself. I'm trying to create a business. I'm trying to create viewers. But more than that, I am trying to serve women in transition, in hard places where it's like in the movie Eat, Love, Pray. And she is in the washroom in the beginning, just going, God, I don't talk to you often, but just solve this for me and I won't come back again. And I understand that because I've been there. And this is about showing up. This justice card is about not bad things happening, but just about finding that balance in your life of not caving in when things are difficult. And instead, and I have caved in the past, but instead just being present with myself, lovingly present with myself. And what does that mean? I am watching new gem shows because we're watching the Olympics, and I'm just laying back and enjoying these stories. I'm allowing my nervous system to be held. I am not as productive as I could be this week. And I'm okay because I'm learning that that's the balance. This isn't about fighting against something that's happening to me. If it's happening for me, I need to be present with myself. And I keep on asking, okay, Michelle, are you ready to go? And I have a beautiful partner that is helping me and supporting me in my rest, in pushing me, saying, well, you know what? Let's go out to a movie. Let's go out for supper. Let's do this when I just want to tuck in. And he's like, no, no, no. Let's go for a walk. Let's do this together. And if you don't have that person, that's what I love to do. That's my work. My work is sitting across from women, pulling the cards, and having these conversations. And my superpower is actually listening to you. And after years of being an educational leader, listening and understanding, like my superpower is knowing the way forward, like knowing this is the moment of truth. This is the thread of truth that helps you move forward, and how you can use that thread to get to the next step. And just like any learning journey, it doesn't mean that this one piece goes all the way to the next piece. It is just recognizing that it's the next step in the journey and the next step in the journey. And that's how I show up. That's how I'm able to really help people in what they do. Now, I'm wondering for us what this also means. I love Judith Orloff cards, surrender. What can you and I surrender into? Oh, this one just flew out. Surrender negative thinking. I just love it. Thank you, Spirit Team. I just love it when it does that. So we don't have control of everything else in our lives. We don't. But we do have control over our thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. That's what this whole reading has been about. Which dog are you feeding? Which dragon are you feeding? That's what this is about. Hard journeys. We can't do anything. We don't have the power to change so much in our lives, but we have the power to change our thinking. A powerful Viktor Frankl in the concentration camps, right? In the worst of the worst of the worst. Immaculate in Rwanda. Like, what I'm going through has nothing to do with that level of challenge. And what we can learn from it, though, is that the power resides in coming deeper within us, loving ourselves enough to stay present in here, not going out to say, what is everyone thinking? And that's hard for me as I'm building this business. And instead, just knowing that this is going to help you when you come across it. And you're going to recognize, okay, everything else is absolutely crap, but I have the power of choosing to take care of myself, holding on to the rope until I have enough energy to start climbing up, until I have enough energy. So if you can't yet hold positive thoughts, that's why I lay on my couch, I lay in my camper, my RV, and I just watch those shows. I'm not yet there yet. And when I am and I walk outside and I see nature, I see just beautiful flowers. I see these amazing cherry trees blossom, and I get inspired, and I know I'm climbing a little bit of that rope. I'm just climbing a little bit of that rope. And so it's the same for you. Hold stasis, hold yourself, and climb a little bit of that rope. I'm just going to get some more guidance for us. I love the Tao Tarot for that because this is Tao Oracle, not Tarot. This is really, it's an I Ching, and it talks about change and change happening in our lives. And this is a change happening for you. If you come to this is because change is happening. And it's talking about peace, finding that peace within yourself, within your situations, being at peace. That's our thoughts, being in peace. For me, I love burning incense. I can't do that in the camper right now. So I have a beautiful gift from a friend, smudge, and I spray it. I listen to my beautiful music. I pull my cards. I journal. I find inner peace. I'm curious about this inner journey. Then I move my energy by getting outside. And then I might just come back in and rest. I haven't posted as much this week. I haven't done those things. And being kind with myself and recognizing this moment is important. So I'm now a bit curious. So I'm going to do some more tarot cards because I'm curious about, okay, so that's what we need to know. And I'm just saying, okay, spirit team, let's guide us forward. This is what I do in a reading, right? I do the same thing. And by the way, if you're here and you see this, please like it, subscribe, hop on over to my Instagram and send me a DM. Okay, so spirit team, what is it we need to know? First thing, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Judgment card. Also, the last card, Judgment. And we have in reverse the Nine of Swords. Oh, okay, this is so perfect. So I'm going to tell you why, but I'm just going to give you a heads up. This is all about surrender from negative thinking. This is what this is talking about. So the Seven of Swords in reverse. So how do I read reversals? Every card reader is different. I ask, is this energy coming in? Is this energy going out? Is it blocked? So the Seven of Swords is about something getting stolen. So swords is air energy. And often when it's Seven of Swords, they have someone actually stealing something from someone else. And for me, this card has really come up with how do I self-sabotage, actually steal something from myself. So I invite you, if you're listening to this, and I'm doing the same, this is saying, is this a block? Because if you are in negative thinking, you're stealing this from yourself. If you're feeding the dragon that of fear and anxiety, then you're stealing from yourself. So you have the choice of your thoughts. Be very specific with them. And even I'm getting in right now, I need to start dreaming of the energy I'm pulling in. So I want a business. I want a YouTube channel where people are coming. What is that energy? It's someone who shows up, someone who talks, someone who is authentic and has these spiritual gifts that I can share. So I'm doing it. I'm showing up. I showed up today. The Judgment card is another major arcana. I love this card in the other deck. So Judgment is the idea of the angel with the trumpet. And Judgment is that moment where the angel at the end of days blows that trumpet and who is going to heaven, who is coming. So it's about this judgment. I love with the Lightseer tarot, she uses it as an awakening. This is that moment of, just like I said before, what are you awakening to? This is the moment. And that's what this Judgment card is, because the next one is the World. It's the end of this iteration. This could not be more this week when we talk about the eclipse. We talk about Wood, the year of the snake, moving into the year of the fire horse. That is this energy. And it is really saying you are being awakened to your fullest potential. Whatever's happening to you is exactly this. So whenever you come across this, what is your highest potential? And once again, if you're in the bottom of the pit and all you can do is hang on to that rope that I'm giving you, maybe you can't see it yet. I want you to start collecting glimpses of positivity. And the Nine of Swords in reverse as well. Nine of Swords. Swords is the suit of air. And you can see she's just, Nine of Swords is nightmares. It's her, she's just, it's just all the nightmares that can happen around you. Negative thinking. It's in reverse because this can be your block. Your block, you are potentially your block, which means you are potentially your key to success. Let me say that again. If you are potentially your block, you are potentially your key to success. So when we look at the what ifs, what if everything goes bad and we say those narratives? What if this? What if that? Negative, negative, anxiety, anxiety. What if that's when you're your block? What if me slowing down actually gives me insight in a way that I have never done before? It gives me the courage to show up today for you. It gives me an opportunity to speak to someone who is in the bottom of the pit, and it might be life-changing for them. What if? And that's what this is about. What if me choosing to move forward is the difference in someone else's life? What if your life can change in the positive? So, what ifs are in the future? Which one are you going to be connecting yourself to? Are you going to be connecting yourself to the negative or to the positive version? So I have now Asha Frost, a beautiful healer. And let's look at her oracle that's coming up. What advice does she have from us? Creation story, the pathway. To me, this is saying, this can be your demise, or this can be the pathway to you creating exactly who you're meant to be. And that's what I've been talking about here. In our pain, in our dark moments, we actually, as we move closer into ourselves and learn to be with ourselves in this darkness, in this silence, and learn to love ourselves in this shadow, we have the strength then to love ourselves even more deeply in the light. And that's what this pathway is. It's a pathway of your creation to your highest potential and your greatest good. It is profound. It is important. And you working through this, you loving yourself when you choose a negative what if, when you feed from the negative drive, loving yourself and saying, oh, and then getting back on, I'm going to get into the positive. I'm going to get into the positive. And making those shifts quicker and quicker and quicker moves you into positive creation. In the beginning, it's hard, and that's okay. Find that sweet balance that you need of moving towards creating who you want to become and creating a what if of your highest potential. For me, I'm coming to recognize that I'm shifting how I'm responding. In the past, I would have just pushed forward because I am strong, I can do it, and I've done it before. And I am allowing myself to be nurturing of self and finding those small little incremental steps, those small little bits forward, then holding in stillness, just holding that rope, and then going, okay, I'm going to go out and move. I'm going to go out and move. And I find solace in nature. I find joy in nature. And so then I move again. I move again. And then when I find myself, oh, I'm getting in that negative, I just hang on tight and I move back into the positive. My what if is I want to create a vibrant business in which I serve women in their own healing and I give them a pathway. If that's you, through my free content, I am so blessed. If that's you in my paid containers, I am so blessed. One last card for us as we go on our way. Getting this beautiful spirit oracle. She's a bit sassy at times, so I'm curious about what her sassiness is saying to us as we move forward. It is talking about acceptance. You just can't make this up. You can let go now. Surrender to what is. Letting go. Water. No resistance. Just let it flow. Trust in your spirit team. I'm getting an image of flowing down a river. And sometimes we're actively paddling up. And in these other times, we're just allowing our spirit team to be the raft that holds us as we go down. Staying positive with our thinking, because that's what you have power over. And trust that you chose this before you came in and that there is something in this for you. You can learn from this experience to be a better version of yourself. And when I look back, that is a truth that resonates so loud. Everything that I thought was the worst thing that could happen to me gave me strength, allowed me to move forward in a new way that I never even knew existed. So join me. Join me on our new path of creation. Join me as we show up to be the best that we can. And join me as we're in this dark hole together, hanging onto the rope, crawling up every moment that we can, and recognize that our spirit team will not let us down. You are not alone, and I am with you. And I'm not alone because you're with me. Until next time, keep leading with your soul.